What is going on, guys? We are just a few weeks away from the RLCS 22-23 Winter Major. With that in mind, I thought I'd throw my predictions into the ring, just so in a couple of weeks I can see just how wrong I am. So we're not going to waste any time here, we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. Obviously, the format is the same that we've been rocking for the entire winter split, group play into single elimination playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and kick things right on off with Group A. So round 1 match here, FaZe Clan versus G1. A lot of people would immediately expect FaZe Clan to kind of dominate this series. G1 does have the clutch factor. FaZe have come out slow in majors in the past. So you know what, I'm going to actually predict an upset right out the gate. A 3-1 for G1. Now, in terms of G2 crew, South American teams can be pretty dangerous, but in this situation, I don't see it much happening. I think G2 will take it there. Moving on to round 2, you have FaZe Clan taking on crew. I do think FaZe bounce back here and end up dealing with the crew pretty handily. And then G2 versus G1. Another very interesting match. You have the battle of G2 and G1, obviously, but also the battle of the Atomics. Both teams coming off a fairly strong start. I think G2 is a more solid team overall. This is already a close one. You know what? I'm going to go back-to-back upsets. I think G1 come out absolutely swinging and surprise a lot of people. I rate G1 very highly. I don't know why. I just think they have the clutch factor, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people here. FaZe G2, then. FaZe bounce back. I think FaZe take this one. I think it's close, though. And then you look at crew G1. G1 has been solid. Yeah, I don't think it stops here. I think G1 make it on through, and then with that, I actually have G1 topping the group. Sure, that's definitely gonna happen. Definitely no issues with these right out the gate whatsoever. Moving on to Group B, a very difficult group. A lot of people will be thinking that Dignitas is very weak in this group and don't stand much of a chance. They're kind of dangerous. If you underestimate them, they might come back to bite you. So we'll see if any teams end up doing that. Karmine Corp and Team Falcons. This is another one that has upset potential, but Karmine is just really, really strong, so I don't see this going any other way other than a Karmine Corp victory. Vitality and Dignitas, again, upset potential if Dignitas plays as well as they have, especially in some of those series against Space Station. If they play like that, they do have a chance, but I do not see Vitality dropping this one. We'll go 3-2 just to keep things interesting. Karmine Corp against Dignitas. This one is probably one of the ones that I feel is going to be some of the most lopsided in groups, so I don't think there's much of a chance there. Vitality Falcons. This is a very even matchup. Vitality started strong, but have now kind of fallen off a little bit towards the end of the split, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Falcons be able to get one here. So you know, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go 3-2 Falcons. Yeah, I like that. And then Karmine, Vitality. I don't think Vitality has much of a chance here. Karmine too strong. Think they deal with it. And then Dignitas, Falcons. Yeah, Dignitas, you're good, but I don't think you're good enough to beat the Falcons. So that's how I have Group B wrapping up. Karmine Karmine on top, followed by Falcons, and then Vitality with Dignitas. Unfortunately, bowing out here in groups. On to the group that everyone is saying is the weakest, and honestly, they're not wrong, but still some upset potential here. Still some upset potential indeed. We look at the #1 seed coming from Sam in Team Secrets. Of course, they had a very good showing in the Fall Major, coming back with the same roster and have run it back successfully in Sam. I don't see them having much of a struggle with Gaimin Gladiators, although props to Gaimin for showing that APAC does have some depth good on them. Then you got Team Liquid and Ground Zero. Team Liquid have been known to sometimes struggle in groups. anytime when their tournament life is not on the line, they sometimes have struggles. I would not be surprised to see them have some struggles against a Ground Zero team that is coming in with nothing to lose. Do I go with another very out of left field upset? You know what, I think I do. Welcome to the world's craziest predictions. What else are you here for? Who knows? Moving on, Team Secret against Ground Zero. So this one could be very interesting. I think I'll give it to Secret, although I think it'll be... actually no. You know what? Let's make this even crazier. I think, with Ground Zero coming off a win over Team Liquid, and Team Secret's warm-up being the Gladiators, which is probably the weakest warm-up you can get, I actually would not be surprised to see Ground Zero continue the momentum. It's possible they, like, start out kind of fast in this series, and then Secret starts to rebound, and then Ground Zero is, like, just able to hold them off. Something along those lines I could see happening. Sure, why not? And then Liquid, yeah, I don't see Liquid having a problem with gaming, unfortunately. Secret versus Liquid. Secret coming off a tough loss to Ground Zero. Liquid coming off some momentum at this point. Gonna give it to Liquid. And then Ground Zero versus Gaiman. Ground Zero feeling pretty good about themselves. Gaiman hasn't won a game. Make it close. Yeah, sure. OCE on top of the group, why not? We're all doing all kinds of crazy. I don't know where my brain is going with any of these, but sure. Man, I just want the storylines, apparently. I'm not thinking straight at all. Gen G Pioneers. Gen G typically does not struggle with lower rated teams in groups. As a fan of Koi, unfortunately, who's watched them attempt to play Gen G on multiple occasions, Gen G does not play down to their competition. I don't see them having an issue here. Oxygen Complexity is very interesting. Oxygen is a very good team, but so is Complexity. I think first match in the events for both teams, I think there's upset potential here majorly. Majorly. Funny. Yeah. Just gonna quietly give it to Complexity. Gen G Complexity. Gen G should have this fairly handily. They understand how Complexity plays. Oxygen now reeling off of a loss to Complexity. I think they kind of stumble into this series a little bit, but I do think they bounce back. We'll give it to them like that. Then Gen G and Oxygen. Does Gen G get the revenge? I think they do. I think it's close, but I think they get it. And then Complexity Pioneers. Gonna give this a 3-1. So, that is how I have groups wrapping up. We go ahead and take one last quick look over all of the specific results that are 100% definitely going to happen. Completely understand how this could be possible. I swear, if this is somehow right, it is the craziest situation ever, because this one makes sense, and this one makes sense. Group A and B, or Group A and C rather, not so much, but you know, this is where my brain went, so we're just gonna go with it. So, eliminated in the group stage is Dignitas, Crew, Pioneers, and Damon Gladiators. Most of that is understandable, however, how this is shook up, maybe not as expected. Alright, so we move into round 1 here, still best of 5s. So we look here, Oxygen and Falcons, G2 and Team Liquid. That's a great series. FaZe and Secret, that's a great series. Complexity and Vitality, okay. As crazy as my group stage predictions are, these matches in round 1, love them. Fantastic. So, Team Falcons, Oxygen. Oxygen has had a much better showing on LAN recently than Falcons. Falcons have not been super impressive since the Spring Major of last season. I don't see them bouncing back here, unfortunately. I think it's going to be give it a 3-1. Going down to Team Liquid and G2. The question is, which team is stronger in crunch time? Team Liquid does a very good job when their tournament life is on the line. That's a tough one. They're all going to be tough ones from here on out. Super mechanical Team Liquid against super aggressive G2. Because it's in NA, I think I'm going to give it to G2, but it'll be very close. If this was in EU, I'd go the other way. But because it's in NA, we're going to go G2. FaZe Team Secret. FaZe playstyle is very mechanical, very fast, and they're also incredible on defense. Secret relies pretty heavily on counterattacks. I don't think FaZe gives them much of an opportunity for that. I don't think Secret wins this. I think it's FaZe. We'll go 3-2 again. Complexity Vitality. This is a very interesting series. Very close, indeed. Vitality has a lot to prove in this event, mainly because both Sizen and Radosin are pretty much playing for their spot. Because we know one of them is going to be replaced by Zen come the spring split. So it's basically put up or shut up right here. I think Vitality comes out on top here. I think it's close, but I think Vitality takes it. So, in the quarterfinals then, we have G1 against Oxygen, Gen G against G2, Carmine against FaZe, and then Ground Zero against Vitality. So, G1 Oxygen. G1 have had a fantastic event so far. But they come up against a very strong Oxygen team that has momentum after taking down Falcons. Do G1 carry through their momentum from the group stage? I don't think so. I think this is 100% Oxygen. Go 4-2. Gen G and G2. I think Gen G has G2's number. We'll go 4-3. Carmine FaZe. This is a matchup that most people can see happening in the grand finals. I'm not complaining that it's happening in the quarterfinals. Pretty hype matchup, not gonna lie. Carmine FaZe. I think Carmine is a better team. Like, you play this series 10 times, I think Carmine wins 6 or 7 out of the 10. I'm gonna go Carmine. And I don't think it's gonna be too close. 4-2 Carmine, that sounds about right. Ground Zero and Team Vitality. I kind of want to keep the Cinderella run of Ground Zero going. I don't know how they could possibly make it this far, or how they could possibly make it any further. But if they made it this far, honestly, what's stopping them? You know what? Sure, why the frick not? Ground Zero, 4-3. Vitality's had some struggles. Why not? Alright, moving on. We got a rematch of Oxygen and Gen G in semifinal 1, and then Carmine Corp and Ground Zero. Yeah, sure. Yeah, these are legit. This is scripted. Exactly how it's gonna play out. Certainly. Oh my gosh, this is not right at all. This could happen. I can see this. This is legit. Like, 3 of these teams I can see making the semifinals. This one, not so much. Well, we're just gonna go with it. Gen G Oxygen. Who did I have winning here? I had Gen G beating Oxygen in groups. So, you know what? I think Oxygen beats Gen G here. Carmine Corp, Ground Zero. Do I do it? Do I take Ground Zero to the finals? That would be hilarious, actually. I don't think I can do that, though. I don't think I can actually predict Ground Zero to the finals. I'll go 4-1. I don't think it's going to be that close. So, that brings us to the finals then. Oxygen versus Carmine Corp. Very familiar matchup. Carmine Corp tends to do very well against Oxygen. I think Carmine Corp will take it, and I think it'll be something like a 4-2. So there you go. I got Carmine Corp winning it with Oxygen in second, Gen G and Ground Zero coming in third and fourth, and then from there, G1 Phase, G2 and Vitality 5th through 8th, Liquid, Complexity, Falcons, and Secret 9th through 12th, and then Dignitas, Crew, Pioneers, and Gaiman 13th through 16th. Sorry to spoil exactly how the Winter Major is going to go. I know a bunch of you are looking forward to watching it to find out what happens, but this is obviously how the Winter Major is gonna... I can't even say that with a straight face. Of course, if you guys do enjoy videos like this and other videos that I have produced, please consider clicking that bright red subscribe button right down below this video. It really does help me out a lot more than you guys realize, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys. And of course, if you're looking for some more Rocket League entertainment, might I recommend checking out this playlist right here for some RLCS replay analysis. Or check out this video over here to see the weirdest Rocket League tournament I've ever played in.